Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be diving into one of the most fascinating books on Indian history, The Last Mughal, written by William Dalrymple and published by the Penguin publication in the year 2006. If you ever wondered what happened during the revolt of 1857, how the mighty Mughal Empire came to its end, this is the must read book for everybody who is interested in Mughal history, knowing about the 1857 revolt, how the British destroyed the dominance of Mughal Empire, and how the Mughal and British politics played out during its last years, and what were the reasons of the failure of revolt, how it reached Delhi, how the Bahadur Shah Zafar, who was the last Mughal emperor, became the leader of this movement. As we know, he was very weak, was in his 80s, and still became the leader of this huge popular revolt on the Indian subcontinent. Let's start our today's video. Guys, if you like my videos, do subscribe my channel, and to support me, do like my videos and share them with your friends, with your families, so that they can also get to know about my knowledge, my research. And if you have any doubts or queries, do ask them in my comment section and I will answer all your questions positively. So, coming back to our topic, William Dalrymple published its book in 2006 by the title of The Last Mughal. This book presents us an Indian view perspective on the revolt of 1857, which was led by the Indian sepoys and people from various other classes, including farmers, workers, peasants, royal families, sepoys, etc. Also including other classes like zamindars in various parts. So this revolt was led by many people from belonging to diverse class of our country and from other religion, from various castes. So we can say that this revolt was a multi-diverse revolt led by many people of the country. So William Dalrymple through this book provides us a each by each detail of the events unfolding in the pre-mutiny Delhi at the time of fragmenting Mughal power and the constant enhancement of the British power around the Delhi during the complex British-Mughal relation. This book also talks about the complex nature of power play taking place in the Mughal and British clan itself. For example, how the family dynamics were playing out in the Mughal family of Bahadur Shah Zafar, how there was constant conspiracies, constant fight between the princess and the Rajkumaris of Bahadur Shah Zafar, how there was a constant kind of a push and pull back between the Mughal family in acquiring the power, in acquiring the resources and becoming more prominent, and how the politics was playing out between the various general company directors of the East India Company in becoming more prominent, more effective, more important in their role, and how they were also trying to push back and trying to demean themselves. So we can say that nor was there only a kind of a enmity and rivalry between the Mughal and British, there was also a kind of a rivalry within their group also, with each people in their group also having aspirations, having the, we can say that, wishes to become more prominent, to become more important in their group itself and to exercise more dominance. So there was a complex political power play going on between these two groups and within themselves also. In various chapters of this book, the William Dalrymple talks about the key events that shaped the nature and destiny of this mutiny, like what were the reasons that shaped the mutiny, how it reached Delhi, how the revolt, how the sepoys from the Meerut came to Delhi and how they influenced Bahadur Shah Zafar to lead the campaign and to become their prominent face. This book also revolves around the personality, compulsions, and limitations associated with the last Mughal emperor, Bahadur Shah Zafar, who faced significant hurdles, problems, and complexity in managing the trio axis of family, British, and the Mughal Delhi state affairs, as it kinda became very burdened and very problematic for him during his 80 years of age, as he was very weak. He was not very much interested in political power affair, not very much interested in family dynamics, and was a kind of a poet a calligrapher, an architect who was interested in becoming and providing more importance to the art and literature, and he wanted to stay away from the regular political affairs, from political hurdles. So it became a kind of problem for him to manage and undergo the constant family politics, the British aspirations, and to constantly manage and stabilize the Mughal state affairs in Delhi. Also, the political acumen of Bahadur Shah Zafar was not very much great as compared to his predecessors like Akbar, Shah Jahan, Aurangzeb, etc., who had a great political acumen, great political knowledge, and through this it helped them to smoothly run administration of the Mughal Empire. This book at the conclusion talks about the great failure of the revolt in holding to the capital city, as in initially the sepoys from Meerut came to Delhi and they were very much successful in capturing the major parts of the Delhi, but soon after the capturing of Delhi they also became very much disintegrated. They were not very much disciplined, and that's why they were not able to maintain a hold to the Delhi capital, and within some few months the British recaptured the city. So this book also detailedly tells about how the revolt failed and how they lost the capital city, and how the smart position and the smart British general reorganized and reshaped and captured back the city and turned the mighty Mughal Delhi into the city of dead. Like there is one chapter which is named as the city of dead. So it talks about how the British defeated the Mughal army, the Indian sepoys and the rebellion, and how they crushed the Mughal Delhi and made the city of Delhi, which was once the cultural capital of India, a finest capital accompanied by and presenting the Mughal architecture, into the city of dead. Like literally, British completely destroyed the city. They completely destroyed various Mughal monuments, various Mughal artifacts, and turned the complete Delhi into the cantonment area of British. So that was a very, we can say, painful kind of chapters which William Dalrymple talks about, but gives us a detail like how the clever and greedy British destroyed the fine Mughal culture in the Delhi, and they turned the Delhi into a cantonment area, and how they suppressed the people and the inhabitants of Delhi. This book explores in detail how British ruined and destroyed the various artifacts as I am talking about, and the monuments and the cultural history of Mughal Delhi by systematic oppression of inhabitants, destruction, killing of people associated with the Mughals, like various Maulvis, various artisans, poets, courtesans, the family members of Bahadur Shah Zafar, they were also even killed. Even it is being decoded in the book that more than 2 to 3 princes of the Bahadur Shah Zafar were shot dead in front of the public to give a brutal message to the people of Delhi to stay away from any kind of revolt, from any kind of uprising against the British. So yeah, in conclusion, this book delves into the details of the minute and the basic details about the last years of Mughal Delhi, its politics, family dynamics within the Mughal family, British aspirations, factors and the result of revolt, and also talking about the changing dynamics between the Mughal and British power politics. First of all, initially they were very good friends, but then their friendship turned into some kind of enmity, distrust, and in the conclusion they both turned rival against each other, and this led to the complete capture of Delhi by the British forces and the complete defeat of Mughal Empire, and the end of its great history after the 1857 revolt. In my opinion, it is a must-read book for all the history enthusiasts and for all the history lovers who are very much interested in Indian history, and particularly about the Mughal era, and knowing about how the Mughals came, what was the role of Mughal in maintaining the cultural capital of Delhi, and how the Mughal suddenly collapsed, and how the once a mighty Mughal empire came to its end after the 1857 revolt, and how the British captured the complete Delhi city and turned it into a cantonment area for their soldiers and for their officials. Thank you everybody for being a kind listener.